Package is just like a folder. For an example, you have so many files in your computer. Just imagine you have so many files in your computer, like audio files are there, video files are there, and some text files are there. Okay, so you cannot keep all the files, right? All the files within your desktop or within your C drive. It looks too ugly to see all the files at one place. What you would do, rather, you will be creating a folder. All files that are .mp3 or songs, you will place them in a folder and you will name it as songs. And you will create one folder called as videos, and you will place all the videos in it. And you will place you will create a folder called as some text files or my documents. You will place all your documents there. What exactly the purpose of a folder is, that exactly the purpose of package is. The same purpose. There is no other differentiation. At an operating system level, how exactly a folder is used, that exactly in Java package is used. Now tell me, what is a folder? Somebody asks you, because you have been using folders since from your childhood. You have been using your computers or mobile phones. You know very well that how to create a folder, how to delete them, how to use them. If somebody asks you how do you define a folder is, how do you formally define what is a folder? A folder is a logical arrangement of files, similar files. So you don't keep unrelated files in a folder. For an example, if you have created a folder like songs, and you will never try to place a video in it, because your intention is to place only songs in it. In the same way, in Java, package is a logical collection of classes and interfaces. Not simply classes and interfaces. It's a logical collection of related classes and interfaces. This is the definition. So example of a package, to make you better understand, I've taken an example of folder with the related files. How do you exactly create a folder? Folder is also a logical arrangement of related files. In the same way, package is a logical collection of similar classes or related classes and interfaces. And this point, you know what exactly the class is, but you don't know what exactly an interface is. Interface will come across, we'll have a separate lesson on interfaces. In the upcoming lessons, we'll see what is an interface. But now, as of now, I'll tell you one point. Interfaces are very much similar to classes. There is one big difference between classes and interfaces, but the similarity is that the purpose of class, what exactly the purpose of class is, that exactly the purpose of interfaces. Interfaces are just like classes, but there is one big difference. That difference that I cannot demonstrate now, because if I get into that particular point, then we'll have to spend some time on interfaces. But we'll have a separate lesson on interfaces, so you don't have to worry. As of now, you just remember this definition. A package is a logical collection of related classes and interfaces. As of now, you know only one point, that is related to interface. Interfaces are somehow they are related to classes. They are just like classes. Okay. Right. What is the example of a package at an operating system level? How exactly? What is the purpose of a folder? That exactly the purpose of package is in Java programming language. Fantastic. Now, coming to the advantages. If somebody asks you, what is the advantage of having folder in your operating system or in your mobile or in your laptop, what is the importance of folder, then what are the advantages? The same advantages are applicable with respect to package. Okay. For an example, let us imagine that you have created two folders. Folder names are A, B. Okay. A is one folder name and B is another folder name. Now my question is that, can I have a simple text file cbat.txt in folder A, and in the same way can I have the same cbat.txt in another folder? The answer is yes. Even though two files have same name, since they are placed in different folders, their location, their physical location is somehow different from each other. Your computer can very easily differentiate cbat.txt which is placed in folder A and cbat.txt which is placed in folder B. It means that whenever there is a naming conflicts, these naming conflicts can be eliminated using folders at an operating system level. In the same way, we can eliminate this naming conflict in Java. It means that now coming to, because we have taken a simple file cbat.txt, in the same way, now let us take a name of a class. Let us imagine there are two packages A and B. Inside A you have a class called as employee. Inside B also you can have a class called as employee. In case if there are no packages A and B, you cannot have two classes with the same name, as in the way you cannot have two files with the same name. That's why to remove these conflicts, naming conflicts, packages are used. Packages are arranged because every package will have only related classes and interfaces. So the searching becomes very easy. So only related classes and interfaces will be there. So searching becomes very easy. And since you have kept all related classes and interfaces at one particular folder, and that folder you are calling it as a package officially with respect to Java programming language, you can give access controls to a particular folder. At an operating system level, for an example, if you feel a particular folder or some set of files within that folder or some set of subfolders, in a folder you can create subfolders, right? In the same way, in the package you can create subpackages. Nesting you can do any number of ways, any number of times you can do it. At any number of levels also you can do it, because a folder can have any number of subfolders and a subfolder can have any number of subfolders again. So this kind of nesting is allowed inside package, as in the way it is allowed for a folder at an operating system level. Now, for a single folder at an operating system level, if you wanted to protect your folder, you will hide that folder or you will encrypt that folder, right? In the package, we have access modifiers. You can protect your package or some set of sub packages if you want, or some classes, you can protect them. Okay, so you can give an access control to a package. There are keywords which are applicable, like protected, that can be used with respect to package, so as to make your package public or protected. Some access modifiers we can do it. This is also an advantage with the package. Okay, to protect our classes, some set of classes or some group of classes, packages are most widely used. So you can at a whole, all classes that belongs to a particular package can be protected at a whole. These are the advantages. Naming conflicts we can remove, and searching a class or interface is very easy, and maintaining access controls is also very easy because a package will have some set of subfolders, that means subpackages and subclasses. At a whole, we can protect them if we want. There are two important categories for the packages. One is built-in packages. Java is so strong, it's very powerful when compared to any programming language, including Python, because it is very vast. Vast because it has so many inbuilt packages, high number of packages with respect to machine learning, with respect to image processing, data mining. It has so many, and to do fundamental operations, scientific calculations, input and output operations, Java has everything in it. So it is very strong because of inbuilt packages. It makes a developer to not to worry about any logic, because everything is readily available. It's only the point that a developer has to understand all the packages. What is the package? Inside this package, what is available? How can I make use of it? That's all. Everything is available. You just need to know, being a Java developer, all the important packages, and within the package, what are the important classes are there, how to make use of them, what is the prototype of the class. And if you learn these things, then you are definitely an effective Java programmer. You don't have to write any code of your own. Everything is readily available. Just learn how to make use of readily available code. That's all. A good Java developer is one who knows everything, almost everything about important packages and classes. To learn about a folder and contents, what you do, you simply open that particular folder and you will see what are the files in it. In the same way, you need to open the package and check what are the sub packages are there and what are the classes are there. Inside class, how many methods are there, how to make use of them. That's all. There are so many built-in packages. A developer need not to write any code. Everything is readily available in Java. In case if you want to create a user-defined package, of course there are so many situations that we need to create our own packages. For an example, if you are working for a major projects or mini projects, then whatever the classes that you are going to develop as part of your mini project or web application, then those classes you need to bind them at one place, and you should call that logical collection as a package. It's a good idea. In real time, you will see every developer will be creating a package, because they will be working for a real-time applications. They will be creating so many classes. Inside that so many classes, they might be using inbuilt objects and inbuilt classes. We don't mind. They might be using inbuilt packages. We don't mind about it. But anyhow, a developer has to create so many classes. All those related classes has to be kept in a package. It's not an option. It is compulsory. It is mandatory to keep all related classes and interfaces at one particular place and give a name, just like a folder. That is called as package. Okay. So how to create user defined package, that we are not going to cover in this video. We are going to cover that point in the later classes, in the upcoming classes only. As part of today, we'll talk about inbuilt packages only. Okay, so we don't talk about anything that is related to user-defined packages. In user-defined packages means creating your own package. Okay, it means that how do you create your own folder? Having a predefined folder like program files is different from having your own folder like Komali or Push. It is how do we create a package of our own. That is the topic that we'll be seeing later classes. So right now we'll see built-in packages. Before we get into the types or the different categories of built-in packages, I wanted to tell you one thing. So many packages are there, and being a human, we cannot remember all the packages. So before we start any project, what are the packages that are related to this project? We need to learn about only those things. Just like imagine you being a chef in a kitchen, there are so many items, but to prepare a dish, we may not be using all the ingredients. In the same way, to do a project of your own, we may not be using all the Java, all millions of packages of Java. You need not to learn. You need not to use them. Only the thing that is necessary, that we'll learn, we'll implement them. Right now, at any point, very often that we need to use inbuilt packages. Without using inbuilt packages, it is highly impossible to do a program. At least one Java program also we cannot do without importing an inbuilt package. It means that we have to import the inbuilt packages based on our necessity. So how to import an inbuilt package? This is the syntax. Look at here. Import package name dot class. So what is this line stands for? In order to import a single class. But how to import a single class? If you learn, then you can import any number of classes in the same way. Okay, here is the syntax. The keyword import is compulsory and name of the package. It means that folder name. Now you particularly want a class, right? Where is that class available? In a package. That package name you have to specify. Package name dot class. For an example, if class name is employee and package name is A, then you need to say import A dot employee. Okay, I hope you got the point. And in the same way, there are folders like A1. Inside A1, there is a folder called as A2. Inside A2, there is a class called as employee. Now I want to import the employee. How do you write this statement? Employee is a class. Okay, employee is a class. Employee is a class that is placed in a folder called as A2. A2 is a folder that is placed in a folder called as A1. Now I need to import class employee. How do we import? Very, very simple. That is the statement. A1 dot A2 dot employee. Done. So I hope you got the point. Now for an example, I have two classes. Employee1 dot class, employee2 dot class. There are two classes. These two classes are kept in a package called as in a package called as A. If I want to import all the classes that belongs to a package A, I repeat my statement, please listen carefully. If I want to import all the classes that are related to a particular package called as A, then I need to write a statement. Okay, if you want to import the whole package, if you are importing whole package means what does it mean? Everything that is related to package will come into your program. During execution, before the execution of your Java starts, what are the packages that you have imported? Those have to be loaded into your main memory. If you are pretty much sure that you want everything, then you need to use it. Then import package name dot star. Dot star is a regular expression. Star means you already know, you being a computer science student, you should always know why star is used in computer science. Having more things, 0 or more occurrences. Right now, dot star means everything, include everything, either 0 or million or 2 millions up to infinity, whatever there, everything, include it. I'll simply say import A dot star. If A is a package, A dot star, if I say, then all the subfolders of A, that means sub packages of A, and all the classes of that particular package will be imported. So before the program execution starts, this package must be readily made available in the main memory. Now my question is that I told you that while starting this video itself, I told you with respect to this topic, there could be so many interview questions. Without facing interview, you can't get job. You can import a class directly and you can import the entire package. Which of these two is the better option? If you have answer in your mind, that's great. The answer should be the first option. This is the better option always. If you are a good developer and if you know how Java is used, or else if you are a good developer with respect to Python, in Python also you'll be having so many packages. If you are basically a good programmer, then the answer should be this one. Okay, you need to import only necessary classes. Unnecessarily don't import a package. If your package has only 2 classes, as in the way I said as part of the example, and if you want those 2 classes, if they're compulsory, if you are going to use, then import the entire package. If you're not sure that you're not going to use at least one class that you have imported the package, then why are you importing? Because in the main memory, unnecessarily you are going to waste the memory. It's a burden to your main memory. If you are making, that means you are hurting your computer's configuration yourself by unnecessarily importing the packages which are not being used for the programming. Please import only the classes directly which are required, which are very much required. Okay, unnecessarily don't import any class, because you are going to waste some memory in the physical memory. RAM memory is very expensive. We need to save. We being a programmer, it's our responsibility to optimize our code. The best way of optimizing the Java code is to take only the necessary inbuilt classes, is to import only necessary inbuilt classes. Now we'll try to learn about the built-in packages. These are the packages. So the moment you have installed Java, then there at one place or in the program files, if you can find a folder where all the inbuilt packages are available. The main directory or the main package is Java. So for simplicity, I'll call it as directory. Okay, you can relate it with a package, because you should always relate package with a directory. It's none other than a directory. This is a package or a directory. This is the root package. Java is the root package. It means that if I wanted to access any class, then I need to follow this path, right? Okay, right. Java is the root directory or root package, the main package, in which, so I have taken into the account only the 5 packages, but there are so many packages, inbuilt packages in Java, but only fundamental 5 packages I have taken into the account. So what are those packages? You see here, java.util. Why did I write java.util? Because util is the package name actually. The util is this package name. Why did I write java.util? Because it is placed under Java folder. The path is java.util. That's why it is. Here you can see, actually the package name is lang, java.language. All fundamental things that are related to Java programming language are placed in this particular folder. All classes that are related to this particular fundamental programming is related to this particular package. It's very important package. These files are very, very important. They have their own importance, their roles and responsibilities and related classes, functions, their roles and their responsibilities are entirely different from each other. So Java util, the purpose is different. Java.lang, the purpose is different. Lang is the package that is placed under Java. That's why it is used as java.lang. In the same way, applet, to develop web-based applications or two-tier applications, applets are used. Okay, GUI-based applications basically. To do those kind of applications, we need a package that is related to applets. Applet supports graphics, java.applets, and then you have java.io. IO means input and output, java.io, to provide small character as an input to provide huge number of files as an input to the Java program. These kind of packages are used. Java.io is most widely used package, very, very important package. And in the same way, you have another package called as java.net. Net means networking. If you are going to develop two-tier applications like client server applications or web applications, multi-tier applications, where you need to establish communication between client and server. There you need to use protocols, transfer protocols and IP addresses and port numbers, so as to support socket programming. Basically, it's a socket programming. If you wanted to do that kind of programming and you need a package and inbuilt functions that are related to communication, that is none other than java.net. So what are the various inbuilt packages you know? This is the question. What are the famous or most widely used inbuilt packages in Java? Util, lang, applet, io, net. 5. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can always name them as java.util, java.lang, java.applet, java.io, java.net. This is always true. It's like I have mentioned important classes inside util, date, calendar are the classes that are related to util, and in the same way class and object both are classes only. Okay, you don't have to confuse with the original class and original object. These are basically object is the root. It is the root directory for lang. Java.language package. It is the root directory. This is the main package. Within the Java, you have sub packages. These are the sub packages, and at the bottom level, you have the classes. This is all about inbuilt packages, and I'm telling you, there is no Java developer who can remember all the inbuilt packages and all the functions, classes. It's highly impossible. Nobody can remember. There are millions of packages that are created as part of Java open source. Since it is an open source, there were millions of people contributed their ideas. Millions of packages were developed for different purposes. It's highly impossible for us, being a human, to store that much data in our brain. Upon our necessity, we need to browse. We need to search the which package is required for our purpose. Only that package content we need to study. We need to implement them as part of necessity only. But at least the packages that I have shown here is very important, that these things every developer has to remember. These 5 packages every developer has to remember. Rest of the things, it doesn't matter. Upon the necessity we can learn, but these 5 packages are very important. And note that every package will have so many classes that I did not write all the classes that are related to a package. For an example, util has so many classes, but only 2 classes are shown there, date and calendar. Only date and calendar. Because if I wanted to mention all the classes that are related to util, then this page will not be sufficient for me. I hope you got the point. Okay. And here also you don't have to remember every class and every prototype of class. So far we have written around 10 programs. Nowhere I have used a keyword import. I did not import any package. At the same time, in this class I told you, in the current video I told you, without importing an inbuilt, at least one inbuilt package, it's highly impossible to write a Java program. It's highly impossible to write a Java program without importing at least one inbuilt Java package. So my question is that, but we have written 10 programs, we have written 10 programs, we have compiled, we have executed, we have seen the output. Great. But how was that possible? How are we able to write basic programs so far without importing any package? How that was possible so far? Here, easy answer. Look at the answer. Java.lang is a package that just before we talked about. I told you that this is a very important package. Of course, all 5 packages that I have shown was whatever I have shown is very important. They are very important. They does a lot for us. And one of the 5 packages that I've shown just before is java.lang is imported by default. You don't have to use any statement like import java.lang .star. You don't have to write that one. Okay? Because in our programs, whatever we have done so far, I used system.out.println. Who is giving this statement for me? Java.lang. Who has this statement? Java.lang. I used a function called as println. Println is a function. Who has this inbuilt code for println? Where it is? Java.lang. Did I import? No, I did not import. I don't have to import. Why? Being a Java developer, I know without using a statement import java.lang .star, the packages by default it is imported. That fact is already known to me. Then why will I be writing that additional statement which is unnecessary time waste and typing a one in or two import java.lang. Java.lang has every fundamental thing that is required to do a basic programming of Java. For an example, if you are creating a variable int x, int a, string x, string y, string int or the keywords, Java keywords, you are writing public, static, void, main, string arguments. Where it is? What is the keyword void? Who tells the meaning of void? Everything is there in java.lang. If you don't import this package, you cannot do basic programming. All primitive data types like char, int, float, their definitions are written in java.lang. They are available in java.lang package. Println, standard output is available in the in that package, and this is default. By default it is imported. That's why I did not write any statement like import.java.lang in my programs. So far we have done at least 10 programs we have done in our previous lessons. None of the programs have used this package because it is by default it is getting imported here. You don't have to worry. Now out of my 10 programs, if you clearly observe, if you wanted to learn any programming language, two basic things everybody has to learn: how to give input, how to produce output. Two basic things. For an example, C language is there. How to give input? Scanf function. How to produce output? Printf function. In case of C++, cout is the output function. How to take input? Cin is the input function. In case of Python, in and out are the objects that are the inbuilt functions that are used to take input. Input is a keyword that is used, input is a function that is used, and to show the output, print or out, these statements can be used. So every programming language, you are giving input and you are also producing output. But as of the 10 programs that I have discussed, we have taken input, but we did not use input function. I have taken a variable. In the variable, I have given a value in it. But I did not teach you an input function so far. Without teaching you input function so far, we have written 10 programs. To teach you input function, it is mandatory to teach packages. It's not as simple as like I can tell you like scanf, printf. No, I can't tell like, because here system.out.println is available in java.language, but input function is not available in java.language. To take an input function, I need to use a different package. If I want to use a different package, first of all, I need to tell something about that package. That's why if you don't learn packages, you can't take input from the keyboard. I mean, you can't ask user, please enter this value. Please enter your name. Such kind of things we haven't done so far in our previous programs. Only the reason is that we don't know anything about packages. But now onwards, we are going to take inputs from the user because something we have learned that is related to packages. Great. Now java.lang is imported by default. We did not use input function so far because in java.lang input function is not there. It is available in two packages. I'll go to the previous slide. Look at here. Here java.util, in this package input function is available. Also the input functions and output functions are also available in java.io. But to take input from the keyboard, there is one nice class that is related to this package java.util, and it is most widely used class called as scanner class. Scanner class is part of java.util. This will take into the consideration. We will not be using java.io now, but this is also important package which is used to take input and to produce output. But this is most widely used with bigger inputs and bigger outputs, like whenever you are using files. Where if you want to take input as a string and output as a string from files, and if you wanted to produce output to the files, and if you are taking input from the files, then having classes that are related to this package is a good option. But now basic fundamental inputs, taking input from the keyboard, like enter some value, you have to provide from keyboard. So to do those kind of input actions, just like your scanner, just like your scanf in C programming, or else just like input function in your Python programming, we have a scanner class. With respect to scanner class, we can do that kind of input activities from now. So which package we are going to use for input function? Java.util. What is the class name? Scanner. I repeat, scanner. Fantastic, right? We are done. See you in the next classes. It is possible for us to host and upload many demanding courses on this YouTube channel only if you support us by subscribing. Please subscribe, switch on the notification bell, stay connected, and enjoy learning.